Central Valley. And what are your first impressions of Portland, or have you been here
I
before?
feel like I'm at home.
Feels like she's at home. There you have it. First impressions of Portland, do you like it?
Dirty.
It's dirty. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Road Monster coming at you here from Portland, Oregon. I'm down here at the park blocks right now, and the question we're going to answer today, is it still as bad? We're going to hear from some of the local folks who live here. We're going to compare Portland now to back how it was in 2020, 2021, and let's see if we're making some progress. So we're going to check out the park blocks here, which are looking just beautiful with the fall colors, by the way. I'm loving this. Then we're gonna go down to Pioneer Square, which this whole area was kind of a cesspool, just notoriously dirty, full of tents, drugs. We're gonna see how it's looking now, Pioneer Square, and then we're gonna drive over to the Pearl District and see how that's looking, and also look at some real estate prices and compare with places like San Francisco. The cost of living, the houses, just a quick glimpse at the housing market down in the Pearl. And then if we have time, we'll head up to the West Hills where some of the wealthy folks live and see how things are looking up there. All right, guys, let's check it out. Hey, how you doing? All right, guys, so right off the bat, things are looking quite a bit cleaner. We definitely still have some, the smell of certain, I will say, herbs in the air, but, nothing too crazy. Still some, tents on the sidewalk, but I'll try to throw some shots up from 2020 and 2021 because, a tent here and there is very different than this entire thing being completely full of tents and people using what were illegal substances and then what were decriminalized substances. So this is looking promising so far. I will be interviewing people along the way and seeing what their thoughts are. So we're now here on Jefferson and Park, enjoying these fall colors, trying not to get hit by Teslas. That's a very Portland shot right there. Got the high rise and the Tesla. All right, let's press on. So really getting a peaceful vibe down here so far. There was definitely a time where I would not necessarily be all that comfortable walking around down here with a gimbal and a mic. But feeling pretty good about things so far, guys. Let me know in the comments what your experience is with Portland, or if you're thinking about moving here. If you have any questions I can answer for you, I would be happy to do that. And thank you guys, by the way, for stopping in today. The channel just about hit 2,500 subscribers, so still a small channel, but growing. And I wanted to thank all of you who have subscribed and supported the channel thus far. And welcome those of you new to the channel. Thanks for stopping in. Just some beautiful architecture though that we have here, and what I'm seeing is way less trash on the streets. There's fresh construction happening. There's a sense of renewal and vibrance actually here. A lot of folks left in 2020, 2021. They've had enough. There was this kind of exodus. But I would say now, as far as major big cities in the US go, this is looking like a pretty solid spot. All right, and real quick, guys, I'm going to share an interview I just did with a young man who's lived here since before 2020. Can I ask you a quick question? All right, man, so is Portland better now than it was in 2020, 2021? Is it getting better?
I'd say it's definitely a lot better, yeah. It was pretty rough for a while back then, but I think, the media definitely made it out a lot more than, a lot worse than it really was. So I'd say it's a lot better now. It's like a city, compared to any other city. It's really not too bad.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Yeah, that's definitely part of why I'm trying to do this like boots on the ground video, trying to actually show, because yeah, it seemed like the news definitely overblew it. I had people from like friends from Arizona being like, "Oh my God, are you okay? The whole city's on fire." I was like, "No, that's like one dumpster." But
Oh yeah. No, Instagram, dude. The comments I see about Portland on Instagram is wild. Like people are like, you can't pay me to live there. Like it's really not that bad. I don't know. Like I'd compare it to any other city.
all right, guys. So that was super interesting from that young man. He just rolled up on one of those electric scooters, and I was like, "Hey, you look like you've been in Portland a while." So glad to hear from him. Because it's really easy to have bias, and it's really important to get opinions of folks who have been here nonstop. I come and go. I haven't lived here full time for quite some time, but I am from here, so I'm always trying to. I'm always rooting for Portland. Let's just say that. All right, so lots going on here, guys. It is Saturday, so we've got this cool market going on. That's fun. A lot of handmade stuff here. It looks like. Let's check this out real quick. And this is Yamhill, so we're just getting down to Pioneer Courthouse Square. People have their Starbucks, of course. And they already have the holiday cups, the Christmas cups. It's hard to believe, or the holiday cups, I should say. It's only like November 9th. Seems a little premature, but okay, Starbucks. Don't get hit by the train. People do get hit by those. Those things don't stop on a dime. All right, more Teslas. Shocking. All right, so I just filmed a video here last May, guys, titled 5 Reasons I Left Portland. And even last May, it was quite a bit dirtier, cringier, I would say, than it is now. I'm not really thinking about moving back. I'm actually going back to the land of palm trees and sunshine here pretty soon, so this will be my last video for a while in Portland. But if I had to live in a major city in the US, this is now not looking like the worst option like it was 3 or 4 years ago. All right, guys, so we are now here at Pioneer Square, which you can see still some of these windows boarded up. Things are definitely not perfect. Things are definitely not back 100%. But this was almost a citywide thing downtown. You can see the bank, Wells Fargo down here, still boarded up as well. So things, there's still remnants of how things were, but there were straight up riots down here, constant protests, and at this point, things are looking pretty acceptable down here, no doubt. So for those of you focusing on potentially moving here, and those of you who are getting your information from national news and things like that, let me know if there's any big differences that you're seeing here in this video versus what is being shown on the news. Hey. Hey, how are you guys doing? Have you lived in Portland a while? You're new? What's that? Vancouver? Oh, okay. Can I ask you guys, is Portland looking better now than it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago? 2020? 2021?
Yeah, most likely.
Doing better? Okay, awesome. You guys got some, what are you thinking?
She's new.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
new? First impressions?
Yeah.
Pretty solid?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was his middle finger at first. Okay, I had to come verify that. I was like, What did I do? All right, so we're gonna wrap up this part here at Pioneer Square. I'm gonna walk one more block down and kind of see how things are looking. The Pioneer Courthouse, for example, this was definitely an area with a lot going on, I'll say. A lot of protests, some violence, some riots. So I'm definitely trying to see how things are looking with my own eyes. Because when I ask people who still live here, there's a lot of emotion involved. You're not always going to get, like I said, there's going to be some bias. You're not always going to get the full truth as you would with your own eyes. So yeah, Pioneer Courthouse looks open. Like there's no, plywood on the windows or anything at all like that. Here on Morrison and 6th at the moment. Okay, not gonna jaywalk, gonna use the crosswalk. Ooh, I hear some live music down there. Sounds good. So this is the Meyer and Frank building. Meyer and Frank used to be one of the big department stores in Portland, and it is boarded up for the most part still to this day. We've got the Nines, some of the iconic hotels here in Portland, and of course Pioneer Place, the mall down here I want to show real quickly. And this guy's straight jamming. Let's go. Woo! Nice. Might have to go drop some bread in his jar in a minute for sure. So you can see Pioneer Place here. Let's go break this guy off a little bit of cash real quick. He's working for it. But I'm a creep. Hey, way to go, brother. I'm a widow. All right. So Pioneer Place still looking well protected with the plywood. So you can see, guys, this was definitely a spot that was turbulent, and they're still using caution. All right, guys, I'm going to take a right here and I think head up 4th back to the south and give you another little bit of this area here in the Pioneer Place area. See if we can interview a couple more local folks, see how they're feeling about things. But honestly, guys, the overall vibe is so good. Seeing less and less. I mean, there were people literally shooting up, on the street, every block. There was human waste on the sidewalks, tents on the sidewalks. So some people like to downplay it, but it was pretty bad in 2020 and 2021. So this is actually literally warming my heart right now, because I grew up coming down here as a kid. So Apple Store is popping, of course. What's that guy got going on? Yeah, there was definitely a time where the Louis Vuitton and like the Apple Store here, like we're seeing, would have been with some type of protection on the windows and extra security in the front. So definitely looking like we're back in times of peace, which is so good. Everybody loves peace, right? Yeah, like we have Ben Bridge here, like a Rolex dealer that doesn't even have plywood on their window. So such a good sign. This guy's got the full, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's having fun, I guess. So yeah, we can see, one of the higher end jewelers here, not worried, not concerned from the look of things. So here we can see the other side of Pioneer Courthouse, also not boarded up. So that's a really good sign. Definitely good to see that. And we're coming up on one of my favorite sandwich places too. I want to see how they're doing. It looks, oh, I can smell it. Potbelly Sandwich Shop. I can already smell it. Got the Ben & Jerry's ice cream. You can tell all this walking is just making the Rope Monster hungry. Okay, I might have to come back here and get one of these for sure. Okay, back on 6th. You can see, guys, more cautionary plywood still on the windows here at 6th at Yamhill. Some of these buildings are taking no chances, maybe for insurance reasons more than anything. So Voodoo Donuts, we're still open. Okay. I may go down by Voodoo Donuts, guys, if I have time. I think I'll try that. Voodoo Donuts is just such an iconic spot, but also right off of Burnside. And so that area was a little rough. I did feature that in the video last May, so it could be interesting to see how it's looking now in comparison. The days are getting short though, and time is limited. So let's see if we can make it over there, guys. Thanks for those of you who have stuck around to this point in the video. Really appreciate you guys. Wow, guys, so we've got Columbia Sportswear here taking no chances. They're just like a fortress. I'm gonna go see if they're actually still in business and open. I think they are. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, looks like the doors are open over there. All right, guys, look at that, not jaywalking. Got the walk signal. So yeah, Columbia is like a thick plywood barrier, and a little bit of extra security there. He didn't look very happy that I was filming, so moving right along. But yeah, some of these businesses have suffered heavy losses. There were a lot of smash and grabs during the riots, and a lot of businesses decided to just up and leave. I think the Nike store on the east side, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but pretty sure they just closed down altogether and packed up shop. A number of Starbucks locations also closed up and moved on. They said, we're not doing it. We're not selling coffee and getting bricks through the window at the same time. Understandable. All right, back here to Park Avenue. More Teslas. Tesla. All right. Oh, the smells in the air though. I haven't really enjoyed fall colors for quite some time. Living in Ecuador and Mexico, we don't really get the fall weather, the fall colors like this, not even close. So this is definitely a treat. All right, guys, so as promised, I'm here now in the Pearl District on 11th and Lovejoy. You can see behind me the US Bank and the JP Morgan, the Chase, are still boarded up, but overall things are looking pretty clean down here, first impressions. I used to live right across the Broadway Bridge there, and you know, I've seen things change for the better, change for the worse, but this is actually looking really peaceful and calm so far. And as mentioned, as promised, I'm gonna go show you a house that's on the market, and the reason it's noteworthy is it's absolutely gorgeous. The location's fantastic, and it's under $1 million, right at $995,000. So I wanted to show you guys that, and so what your money gets you here, because I know there's some people watching this video who are probably considering moving, and some of those folks are probably moving from California. So under $1 million to live in a really hip, clean, safe part of Portland is actually nowadays a pretty solid deal. So let's go check that out, guys. Oh, Wells Fargo taking no chances too. Ooh, hello. Okay, guys, so this part of Irving is kind of cool because it has no traffic. We just came from 11th and Lovejoy, and so there's some traffic there for sure. But you come down here and this is purely pedestrian, and the address on this place I believe was 1127. And okay, here we are. So this is the spot, guys. Really high ceilings, as you can see. Hey, how you doing? So I'll throw some shots up from the actual listing on the screen. I believe it's about 2,300 square feet though, and the ceilings are high. It looks like the finishes are all really modern and beautiful, and I think it's about 2,300 square feet at that $995,000 price point. So there you have it, and this is the surrounding area. That's what that $1 million mark gets you here in the Pearl District. Now there are some cheaper options I'll throw up on the screen as well, that are, you know, the $400,000 range, and that gets you kind of a place in an older building, and you're talking like 1,000 square feet at the most. So I'll throw a few of those up on the screen as well for you to check out. But you can see this is kind of this rustic, chic. A lot of this district was all warehouses. For those of you who don't know, it was really, really run down not too long ago. We're talking 15, 20 years ago. Just a lot of old rundown brick buildings, and it's been restored and earned the name the Pearl for good reason. It's now beautiful. It's a gem. You're from California? Okay, what?
Central Valley.
Central Valley. And what are your first impressions of Portland, or have you been here
I
before?
feel like I'm at home.
Feels like she's at home. There you have it. Okay, awesome. Are you getting Voodoo Donuts right now?
I am. I'm looking for beer too.
Oh, there's a lot of beer. You won't have to look
I know.
too
I
far.
have to go back.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Están visitando? ¿De California o de dónde?
Mexico.
Oh, from Mexico. Yo también, de hecho, estaba viviendo en Ciudad de México. Y, what are your first impressions of Portland? Do you like it?
Dirty.
It's dirty. Okay, so it's dirty. Like, yeah, compared to like Ciudad de Mexico, what part of Mexico are you from?
From Nayarit.
Nayarit. Okay, I just came from Guayabitos, Rincon de
good shit.
Guayabitos. Yeah.
How
So
long were you there for?
I was just in Rincon de Guayabitos like 4 days.
Oh, okay.
And then before that, Colomitos, Boca de Tomarlan, Jalisco. But then 2 months in Ciudad de Mexico, y antes Playa del Carmen, Quintana Roo. So you think this is dirtier for sure than Nayarit?
All the homeless boarded up.
Yeah. So my video today is about like, is it getting better now compared to 2020? And it's actually way cleaner now. Like it was bad.
Well, I'm talking like 2016.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
14.
Yeah. Okay.
When it was safe to walk the streets.
Yeah. 2014 was a different vibe. I
And
mean,
the homeless people would ask you for $1 and leave you alone. They wouldn't just come up and spit at you and
yeah.
attack and yeah.
Facts, man. Yeah. How much can change in a decade? Like, it's crazy.
I mean, I used to come out here at 1 in the morning and just hang out and
Yeah.
never felt like I was gonna die.
For sure. That was a super interesting perspective from this nice guy from Nayarit, Mexico. He says, the first thing he says, it's dirty. So, you know, call me crazy, but living in Mexico where I've been the last year, and then Ecuador before that, there's something to that. If you guys want to see more about Mexico, check out my other videos. I'll link a couple in the description below. I lived in La Roma, Ciudad de Mexico. I did videos in Lomas de Chapultepec, Polanco, and yes, those places are much cleaner, quite a bit more modern. And so getting that perspective from a young man from Mexico, from Nayarit, where I just was, he speaks the truth. Portland still has a long ways to go to catch up to places like Nayarit. All right, so there you have it, guys. Hopefully this video gave you guys some insight. If you found any value in it, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully you're getting a real life look at kind of what Portland is currently like. Sorry for the lower energy today, a little short on sleep, but hopefully you enjoyed the content nonetheless. I will see you guys in the next one. Rope Monster, out.